I do have to warn you, sorry about that, I do have to warn you guys about the fact that I may not be able to get another podcast going until, like, after Christmas. Because, like, you know how I had, like, after-school activities and had to take a bit of a break from the whole podcasting thing. Those are starting up again. I had a bit of a break where I got to do a lot of podcasts. I'm grateful for that. I'm going to try my best to get some more in. There's definitely going to be times where I can. I know I can 100% guarantee you that I won't be able to on Tuesdays. And, you know, I don't know. I'll just see what I can do. I'm gonna try my best at the end of the day to get any kind of podcast done. Alright. So, let's do Where Did I Go Wrong? I'll get some music going for this. It's weird to start a day off with it, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so where did I go wrong? One of the places, there's only 3 of these, but one of them is the Bills are very inconsistent. I thought the Bills would be cruising. I thought they'd have the number 1 offense. That's not the case this year. They're doing well. They're a good team. There's no denying that. They just beat the Saints. They're 7-4. You know, like, you can't complain about them, but they're in an odd spot. Like, I can't tell how good they are. Now, they are second. They are second in total offense, but like they are no slouch, and they're first in defense. So, like, no slouch, but a little inconsistent. Like, they I don't know. It's like closing out games can be tough for them sometimes. It's weird. Another place is that Cliff Kingsbury. I thought that Cliff Kingsbury would have a tough time. Or no, I thought this year was going to be the deadline for Kingsbury. You know, and he's proving, and I didn't think he could do it, but he's 9-2 right now. He has his bye week this week. Hopefully they can get Kyler Murray back, because they've done pretty good without him. You know, without him, I believe they went 2-1 without him. Hopefully he'll be back by next week. This is why you can bench players, man. Like, when you're cruising like they were, you can you can sit them if they're injured. I mean, if they're not injured, it's stupid to sit them. But if they are, it's okay to give them a bit of a break, you know, because you don't want them to come back worse. All right. I thought Derek Carr was kind of the one holding the Raiders to the average team that they were. But in the last 3 weeks, up until Thanksgiving, he had 16 points and 4 picks in the last 3 weeks. So I really can't explain. I don't think I have to explain why that's not a very good. I mean, now he's up to, what? 23 points and 4 picks. He's still not doing that well. You know, he had a good game against the Cowboys, but, you know, it's a little rough. He had a bit of a rough go. Alright. Okay, so I was now going to do the takeaways from each NFL game, and then I'm going to start to ease into my podcast. It's a weird day today. I wasn't able to get anything done on Monday and Tuesday, so it was a little weird. Alright. So, Pats vs. Falcons, my takeaway was Bills on time. 5-game win streak for the Pats. I think they just won today, too. Against the Cowboys. Titans. So that makes it 6 in a row. You know, they're 8-4 now. That's a pretty good record. So, Bill Belichick is coming in at the right time at the end of the year, coming in hot. And what are they? They're like a touchdown away from winning 7 in a row, right? Yeah. They are a touchdown away in overtime. In overtime, they are a touchdown away from being 7-0 in their last 7. All right. Eagles versus Saints hurts the athlete. They are half a game away from the playoffs, although I think they just lost today against the Giants. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get my Daniel Jones take in. Like, that's going to be that's going to blow. That's going to blow. I don't know. I'll try to do something tomorrow at least. Like, tomorrow I'll try pushing it just so I can give you guys my opinion on Daniel Jones. But, anyway, hurts the athlete. They were half a game away from the playoffs. And they don't have a tough schedule coming up. After the Giants, I believe they have the Jets, football team, Giants again, football team, and the Cowboys. So I think they lose to the Cowboys. But I don't see why they can't go 4-1 in the last 5 games. So I think they're in a good spot right now. Dolphins versus Jets. Tua is good for the Jets. He has an 82% completion percentage against the Jets this year. But I'm not sure how to feel about that because like he does have some success, but you know, it's against the Jets. So how do you think of that, you know? Like, how am I supposed to evaluate him? He had a good game today against the Panthers. The real winner was the Dolphins' defense, but Tua had a good game. You know, I don't know what to think of him. I really don't. I was on him. I wasn't really on his bandwagon last year. I was just, like, defending him against the fact that people thought he was some bum after he didn't even play a full season. But this year, he's proven me a little wrong. Washington Panthers, Washington's just better. You know, the Panthers are in a weird spot. You know, I don't see them missing the playoffs. They might make it, but that 7-seed fight in the NFC is going to be a good one in these last few weeks. And you know, I think the football team was just better. I don't really have much more to say about that. You know, Cam didn't have a bad game. He did today, but not here. You know, 21-27. Or 21 for 27, 120 passer rating. Cam had a pretty good game, but Washington was just the better team. Not much you can do about that. Bills versus Colts. Taylor's Swift game. Jonathan Taylor, 5 rushing touchdowns. Not much you can say about not much more you can say. 5 rushing touchdowns, pretty much single-handedly beat the Colts. You know, I mean, Carson Wentz did have a passing touchdown, but that was to Jonathan Taylor. So he was just a horse yesterday or last week. My bad, and was very good. And just straight dominated the Bills. He was the guy that beat the Bills. It wasn't even the Colts. It was Jonathan freaking Taylor. Browns versus Lions. Bum knee, torn labrum, and a bad heel. That is Baker Mayfield right there. He plays tonight. But they're in a tough spot here. He's beaten up. I'm not going to criticize him. He barely beat the Lions, which is tough, but he's pretty beaten up right now. Like, I can't deny that. All right. So Niners versus Jags. 3 out of 4 wins. This was Jimmy G's 3rd straight game with multiple touchdowns. I mean, they were decimated by injury, but, you know. They won 30-10. Garoppolo had a pretty good game. But, it's hard to... There's always at least one game that I don't watch. I don't know what it was this week, but I think it was the... Was it the Raiders-Bengals? I have no idea, but I don't know. We'll see. So, I don't know. Jimmy G's third straight game with multiple touchdowns. I don't know what he's doing today. I think he's playing right now as I speak. Let's see. Does he probably has multiple touchdowns, right? He has one. All right. So, but there is still a quarter to play, so we'll see if he gets that fourth straight game with multiple touchdowns. All right. Texans, Titans. Don't know how to feel about this. The Titans are 7-0 against playoff teams from last year, but they've lost to the Texans, Jets, and Pats. They're a hard team to evaluate, but I think they're a good team. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team, but I think they're a good team. I really do. Vikings-Packers. Kirk is pretty good. He has the third best pass rating in the league. He has a 68% completion percentage. I think Kirk is very criminally underrated, honestly. What is it? 21 touchdowns and 2 picks on the year. 21 touchdowns, 2 picks. This is a pretty damn good quarterback. I don't know how no one sees it. And I mean, I had a tough time seeing it too, but he is a great quarterback. Ravens, Bears. Their coach is a nagging pain. Matt Nagy, I thought much like Derek Carr, I thought he was the savior. But he is not even close. The Ravens beat him without Lamar Jackson. And with Devontae Freeman, who hasn't done much running in the last few years, at their running back. Like the Bears should not have lost that game. I really think Matt Nagy is a problem there. Raiders Bengals. I don't think I watched this game. I'll try to evaluate it anyway, though. Let's see. What was it? 32-13 Bengals. Okay. Not much to take away from this game. I think this was the one game I didn't watch. Seahawks versus Cardinals. Legion of who? That defense is a little rough. They let up 23 points to a Cardinals offense without Hopkins or Kyler Murray. Colt McCoy threw 44 passes and just carved them up. 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, a 113 quarterback rating. They just let Colt McCoy tear them apart, Chiefs versus Cowboys. Dak was attacked. He was sacked 5 times. Don't know much more to say. I wasn't that impressed by the Chiefs, though. I think I'll talk about that later, but I don't know. Mahomes didn't have a particularly good game. They could have done a lot better. But, it's a lot like, it really is a lot like the Packers game against the Chiefs, where the Packers' offense was abysmal, but their defense was great. Like the Chiefs, I'll give them props for their defense, but, that offense was not too good out there. Steelers versus Chargers. Young beats old. I said last year, Ben should consider retirement, and I get it. He wants to play football. The Steelers don't want to bail on him, but, it might be the right thing to do. I mean, Ben didn't have a bad game, but, last year, it looked like, if you watch, you have to watch the game, people just looked, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks, that looks like a great stat line. I'm not going to discredit that stat line, but, he played bums for, 65, 75% of the year.